are broken. There's got to be another way to do this. This is ridiculous. I heard that great fences make great neighbors, but this is just, Take a look at what I have to deal with on a daily basis. Oh boy. This is ridiculous. This isn't working. I need somebody to come out here and build my fence. I don't have time for this. I have a radio show. I have a television show. I need somebody who is fast, furious, and focused. And I think I know just the people for the job and where I can find them. What the heck are we doing out here in the middle of this field in the speedway at night? Well, let me tell you, we're in the field not to build a fence, but to meet the fence guys who are going to build a fence. It's a pit stop, you would say. I'm looking for someone who's fast, furious, and focused when it comes to building fences. And Randy and the Backyard Builders are just the guys that are going to be great for the job. Maybe we can check out a project with them. In fact, here's Randy right now. This is Randy from Backyard Builders. How are you?
Pretty good, you?
Good. I'm glad I could come out here tonight. The reason why I came to find you is because I need you and your crew to show us how to build a fence. And I heard that you guys were fast, furious, yet focused. This is the place to find you, and you guys are the best in the business.
That's what we do.
All right, so after you get through racing tonight, let's talk tomorrow about how we can set up a fence. Do you have any projects you're working on?
Got one at Coosaw Creek. It's one of our trademark fences, and I think you ought to come out and check out what we're doing.
Okay, Coosaw Creek. So we'll see the Backyard Boys, the Backyard Builders, in action, not only tonight, but again later when they build their fence. Well, we're here in Goose Creek, and I'm here with Randy from the Backyard Builders, and we're getting ready to put up a fence. Now, Randy, the homeowners have requested what? That you connect to this one fence over here on the side? Or what do you have to do?
Well, we actually got a lot of special requests. We're going to be coming off the back corners of the house and obviously right around the property lines. But since they have a corner lot, we're going to be doing a double gate on the side so that they can access from the side road versus accessing from the front of the yard where you have to dodge the trees and everything.
Okay.
We're also going to be pulling down the old fence off to the side over there so that we can construct our new one, and then replacing the old fence after the fact so that they will have an entire privacy backyard instead of having half privacy and half shore.
And how long do you think it's going to take to complete this project?
This will probably take about a week.
About a week, and that's without rain,
5
of
days.
course.
Right.
Okay. And what are some of the things that you're going to be looking for as far as obstacles, besides like small children and pets?
We have obstacles like we have underground lines, cable lines, television, phone, power, which is dangerous. We have to get all that located and all that marked out so that as we're digging, no one's getting injured or no one's losing contact with 911 or whatnot.
Okay. And as far as when they put the fence together, how many posts are we talking about? And I guess
this will probably be right around 34 posts, 2 foot in the ground, with a lot of concrete on them. So it's going to be make for a couple days of work on posts.
And of course, the homeowner was looking for somebody who was fast, furious, and focused. So they came to you guys. But what are some of the other advantages they're going to have by using you?
With using us, we pride ourselves a lot on our tools. We use some of the more expensive tools to get cleaner cuts and better, well-maintained lumber so that the fence will actually last longer. And using the tools, we have the ability to make more stuff than some of the other companies may be able to with just like your simple stuff.
Okay. What if the homeowners had decided to do it themselves? They would be at a disadvantage because they wouldn't have your $30,000 worth of tools and they wouldn't have your crew.
And they would probably have heat exhaustion. It's 110 and it's ready to set 34 posts.
Let's go inside and have some lemonade, shall we? And we'll get ready to get started. All right? Good luck to you, Randy.
Thank you.
Let's do it. You want to tell everybody why they call you Speedo?
They call me, I got that nickname because I usually work faster than everybody else that works on our crew.
And what was the other reason? Do you remember that?
The other reason was because A lot of people build privacy fences because they don't want to see their neighbors in Speedos.
Right, so you come, of course, to the job wearing your Speedo. Now, what is this thing? It looks like a workout machine or something.
No, these are a typical pair of post hole diggers. They dig an accurate 4-inch by 4-inch hole for your average size post.
So you just kind of put it in the ground with a lot of force and pull down and then scoop it up?
Yes, ma'am, but you got to use it both ways to edge out your 4-inch mark.
Do you think a lot of people who try to build fences by themselves find that this is probably the hardest thing to do?
Yes, it is, because you can come across ground that's almost as hard as concrete.
Really? And you guys have the trick?
We have...
Whisper, what's the trick? I gotcha. They'll show you how to do it. Here you go. These are yours. So I hear that Lunchbox over here has had a little problem with the nail gun, but ever since then he's been okay.
Yeah, he didn't listen to me one time when I told him whenever he fires nails into wood, if it's got knots, the nails will break off into anywhere and go in any direction.
What kind of knots? What are not like the knots
This
in the wood?
is a knot in the wood that right here that if you were to fire a nail into that, and this was a thinner piece of wood, and have your hand sitting close to it, the nail does not necessarily, in theory, have to go straight. It can go in any direction that it wants to. And as it goes in any direction, if your hand is holding that block of wood, it will pierce your fingers.
Ouch! And you guys are going to use the nail gun for what?
The nail gun's what we hang all our pickets with, decking boards, anything that we do with lumber. It's this is our glue.
Okay.
And the
like nail
business.
glue, but not. Okay. So how does this thing work? You ready to try it? You ready to show me? Should I stand back? Do I need safety goggles?
No, you could wear safety goggles, but it's actually a fairly safe piece.
Okay.
Just press down the tip, pull the trigger.
Woo!
Makes a lot of noise, but it's going to drive a nail a 1/4 inch into the wood. That was a 3.5-inch nail he just drove. That's a 1/4 inch deep, and this is one of our personal favorite guns, and it's got a full shield around all the nail heads, so everything's deflected to where it doesn't hurt you.
How many nails can you shoot per hour, you think?
We can run almost 2,000 nails an hour.
Oh, wow.
When we're rocking and rolling.
Can I try it?
You're more than welcome to.
You have liability?
My liability.
Good. All right. And not to put it on the knot.
Do not put it on the knot.
Not. So
You
like
can
right
actually
there?
nail in anything you want, just don't shoot with holding it. Go ahead.
So I stand?
If you're fine.
Woo! That's cool. That's nice. So how long have you guys been living in your house?
We've been here about 2 weeks.
And what do you think of it so far?
We love it here.
Cool.
Yeah,
And who is
great.
this?
This is Nestle. This is our little dog.
The baby.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's our
sorry.
baby right now.
Bite me. Was she one of the reasons why you lick me now? Was she one of the reasons why you guys decided to get a fence?
Yeah, she was the big reason why.
There's an 8-foot alligator that lives down in the hole, down in the lake down there, and so we decided we didn't want her turned into a alligator appetizer.
Fence.
So
And what was your reason for having these guys do it instead of slaving every weekend?
I know enough of this stuff to be dangerous, but not enough to try to do this entire thing myself. So I just don't have the time. So this is definitely the better way to go.
It's going to be a fun experience. We're going to watch everything from the groundbreaking to when the fence posts go up, and little Nestle will be safe and sound. With the possibility of rain looming in the skies, Randy and his team have already removed the side of the existing fence facing Mike and Tracy's yard. They've also set up a temporary fence to prevent Nestle from escaping. Here, puppy, puppy, puppy.
We set our corner post, and we got to set all of our line posts now, which is a lot of fun. It's just digging over and over and over again. And we've tore down the one section of fence that we needed to get out of our way, and we're getting ready to run that string line of post. And this is our real glorious day. We get to get all dirty, and it might rain on us, and today's just not a good day at work. Setting post never is.
Setting posts doesn't seem so bad for Will and James as long as they have food and plenty of it.
Okay, so you're saying on this says, I guarantee you'll love your Whopper. So if you don't love it, you can go back and get your money back.
Before any hole is dug, the team measures the proper distance for each post placement. Well, maybe not the whole team.
As soon as we get all these posts done, man, we can go eat.
Now that Lunchbox has been motivated with the promise of another meal, holes begin to appear in the ground magically where the post will be placed.
Thought about starting up a company. It had to be something people hated to do, because the more they hated to do it, the more they paid for someone else to do it. And it was either plumbing or building fences. I still think I got the raw end of the deal.
It looks like Will, aka Speedo, has got his own raw deal. A rock that won't move. This is actually quite a common obstacle for the backyard builders. With the rock finally removed, Will, Speedo, holds true to his name and makes up for lost time. Also to pick up speed, Randy and James begin to place the posts in each hole while Will finishes up the digging. Finished with his task of digging, Will gets the cement to set the posts. To ensure accuracy, no cement is poured until each post is level. In less than an hour, all the backside posts are set. Now that's fast. In the early morning, the lumber for the framing and the pickets were delivered. Immediately, framing began on all of the posts that were set the day before, and the only thing that may stop the backyard builders today is rain.
It doesn't even look like clouds are moving.
To protect the expensive tools, Will, Speedo, and James, Lunchbox, rushed to get them into the trailer.
When's lunch?
Shortly after packing up, Randy arrives to the site and calls a short meeting to determine whether or not to proceed with the work. They all agree to go ahead and get the job done.
Go ahead and get everything set up for all our framing. Skeleton though, I don't want to break out anything extra. Nothing that's gonna have to be put back on if we run into issues as far as rains coming in that we need to get on board the trailer. This is like the third one of these we've bought because when you put them all together, the wind catches them, rolls them across the yard about 3 or 4 times, creating this big mangled piece of metal. So we're getting pretty good at putting these together.
Just how good are they? Bad.
And I'll start cutting for y'all. Y'all just get the numbers ready. Write them on the post.
Wow, that was furious. Despite the team's progress, unfortunately, James and Randy discover that most of their delivered wood is unusable.
They want me to build something out of that. And like I said, I know animals wouldn't live in that. So it'll be going back. And someone will probably get an earful over it. I can't believe they sent me something like that. I've been with that company for a while. A lot of times I come in there with good news. This time I'm calling with bad. That entire pallet of 2x4s y'all just sent us today. I don't know who pulled that, but it must have been first day on the job or something.
Work soon comes to a halt to load the bad wood onto the truck for an exchange, and Will begins to check the delivered pickets and discovers that a number of them are unusable as well. After the truck is loaded, Randy and James leave to exchange the wood and of course get lunch, while Will stays behind to start placing pickets to help make up for lost time. Now that's focused. To contact the Backyard Builders, log on to their website at bybuilders.com or contact them at 709-8666.
We got all our problems taken care of with the 2x4s. The company we buy them from was really, really helpful. We rolled in with the truck and expecting to spend a little bit of time there getting everything loaded up, but when we called ahead, they had the 2x4s on a rack waiting on us. As soon as we got there, we backed the truck up. They put the new stuff on there, took the old stuff off, and we were gone. So we got back kind of quick. We were able to frame the fence yesterday and get all the pickets up. Now we have to make all our slivers.
This is what's known as a hole in the fence. You don't want these. Then you get the neighbors that are like 80 years old wearing Speedos that want to peek through your fence all the time.
Joining the team today to help them with these slivers is Phil. We don't have a nickname for him yet. Despite the threat of rain, Randy is ready to make the customized fence molding.
We make a molding for the fence that no one has been able to figure out how we're doing. Everybody thinks that we're routering everything and they put it on the fence and there's no money in it to do it. So now I'm going to show y'all and then everybody will be able to figure it out. But I guess it's cool, you know, as long as we get to be the first ones to do it. This is our shaper, and this is basically a super high-speed router. This is what's going to make all the molding for the fence. Once we do that, it puts this nice little decorative edge on it, but it actually serves another purpose that we really don't get into with our customers. If you put a board on a fence that you want it to tighten down everything and make it look pretty, if it's a really strong load-bearing board, it will actually bend the fence. Like if you used a decking board, which actually has, when it's sideways, it has an actual load-bearing weight. Well, when that board dries out, it can bend the fence. Well, when you rip the edges off of the board, then it will it'll actually turn around and weaken the board. Like this 1x material, it will weaken this so much that when it dries and bends, the fence will actually hold this in place instead of this bending the fence.
Under the canopy of clouds, Will and Phil, ooh, that rhymes, work on the slivers, but Randy calls off their work because of rain.
Yeah, we're going home. All right.
You know, they have an old saying in Charleston, if you build it, they will come. Well, it's different here in Goose Creek. If you build it, it'll start to rain. So we're hanging out here with Randy and the rest of the guys. I guess they're gone. Let me see if Randy's over here. What's up with the beard, the goatee thing happening there? What's that,
it's a little luck charm that I have. I just ever since I started, I don't shave until a project gets done, and I'm gonna have a little bird nest and everything by the time this rainstorm gets over with. So
what happens if you're working on a project, let's say a deck or something, for a year and a half? Would you continue to grow, or would the girlfriend step in and go,
We had one in James Island. It took us a month and a week, and by the time it got done, it was full blown. Had to go to the barber shop to get it taken care of.
But that's your good luck?
It's just a silly luck
symbolism.
charm to have.
So you would say that you're pretty much, what, in like the second to last phase of this project?
We're in my favorite phase.
Favorite phase, why?
This is where we actually
shave. No.
This is where we actually get to step out as our company.
Okay.
As far as other companies, as well, the fence is done after we get the slivers in. The fence is done, everything's taken care of, and this is where we get to step out as far as our company and be like, okay, this is where we're going to take it to the next level. This is where we're going to make our molding. We're going to install our molding. We're going to make everybody in the neighborhood wonder how we did this, how we did that. Can we get a business card? You know, who are you guys? This is where we go from AB typical fence company to Backyard Builders, the fence company.
The fence company,
Yeah.
absolutely. Though it looks like rain, the Backyard Builders are picking up where they left off before. Will continues to affix the slivers, and Shannon, the other member of the team, assists him. Today, the finials and molding will be placed on the fence.
The wheelbarrow, it's the best way to go to get up on top of the fence. Phil tried to build a little table so he could stand on. I was like, man, just grab the wheelbarrow.
Well, then I'll just throw all the finials in the
That's what everybody
wheelbarrow
does.
and
Chunk
bend
all the-
down and pick them
You
up.
take your wheelbarrow and your finish nail gun
What do I need the finish nail gun
bro.
for?
to nail them onto the top of the post. You just we don't glue them up there.
Shannon takes Randy's advice and uses the wheelbarrow to reach the top of the fence. She actually uses the finished nail gun to attach the post caps, while Will follows her and attaches the finials. Now this is really starting to look like a fence. After the finials are attached, Randy begins to install the customized molding to really make this a Backyard Builder's fence.
Some people like to use finish nails, but if any board's going to warp on this fence, it'll be these. So we use full round head nails. This is our top cap. Make it flush in the back, so it has this little decorative overhang on the front. Fire down into your 2x4.
good prayer.
It's Randy's innovation that makes a backyard builder's fence like this, one that truly stands out from any other kind of fence. You can see this one really wasn't done by Randy. And time's up. We're getting ready to go check out the fence. Randy says he's ready, and he's added some special details like lanterns on his fence as well. So come with me and we'll go talk with him. Oh my gosh, this looks awesome. Randy! You guys eating lunch?
Finally done with lunch.
This is great.
Thank you.
So 5 days, including the rain, which is not bad. So you had a day in there for fishing. Now, what are these? These are lanterns now. I've never seen that on a fence before. The lanterns that Randy attached were solar lanterns. They were attached on the 5th day, along with the gates and hinges. He actually explained to me that these lanterns also set his fences apart from the average fence. Gosh, this is huge. I didn't realize their property was this big.
No one does. When we build a fence, you draw a line around something, put up a wall, it looks bigger every time.
Not only did the fence make the yard look bigger, it makes it so much prettier. As you can see, the custom molding really gives the fence a distinguished look, and you can actually tell that by looking at the symmetry of the posts, the great attention was really paid to every single detail of this fence. Remember what Mike and Tracy's yard looked like before the fence? Well, here's what it looks like now, and without question, they are really pleased.
We were just really amazed. Originally we figured it'd be the end of August before we had a fence, maybe even later based on the schedule, and now here it is, the middle of August, the fence is up, it's done, it looks great. The quality is just amazing, and we're just getting all kinds of great comments on it. The people are just really like the way it looks, so real happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, it just fits the house so beautifully. It's nice to get so many neat compliments on it, and as a matter of fact, there's several neighbors that have already asked Randy to build them a fence, so just because they saw our fence going up. So it's going to add a lot of value to our house, and we're very pleased.
And the best thing out of this whole thing is Nestle's not going to have to worry about becoming gator bait anytime soon, so we're real thrilled about that. So.
Yeah.
Randy also showed me another neat feature on this fence.
These are our anti-sag kits, and if you have a problem with them, the gate, you can contact me. I'll be more than happy to come out and do this. Or if you just don't feel like tracking down my number, you come over here, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, gate's leveling.
Okay, and that's just in case it maybe rains or erodes or...
Well, wood's wood, and sometimes it decides it wants to bow one way, and this here tells it to bow another.
The best thing about a backyard builder's fence is the fun that you can have behind it in your own yard.
Well, maybe they're tall.
You ready?
Yeah, but I'm 6'3", and I don't know if I can get in that.
Okay.
Lean further.
This is not working. All right. Okay.
I lowered the wrong end.
Fence building is really tough. I'm glad I get to sit here and relax. I'm gonna fall out of this thing. It's not gonna be funny. Oh my God. Somebody help me.
Hold on.
For more information concerning this project, log on to beforeandafterdesigns.tv.com.